We're not dead.
We're not dead.
We're alive.
Definitely.
I think our channel is alive.
Mm-hmm.
800 views
Oh my
on
God.
the Everything Everywhere video. So
Congratulations.
clearly the people have been wanting us to come back.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
No, congratulations to you. That's your baby too. You know,
Well,
you put
yeah,
you did all the hard shit on it anyway. I sat there for 20 minutes and I typed it and I did like some half-assed voiceover, and you spent like 5 days on it. You know, like,
hey, it's your brainchild though. You wrote. That's what the people are coming to. They want to hear about the rewatchability of Everything Everywhere, man.
look, Dad and Dad don't have to take partial credit. Let's just say the whole parenthood is a fine thing. I've gotten, honestly, from people in my personal life, I've gotten more compliments about the every film is political one, because that's a little more general, you know. And people,
right.
Because a lot of people I know say, "Oh, I haven't watched that one because I haven't seen that movie yet." But that Everything is Political video is great. And hey, people, I know we're just jumping right into shit, but if you want to see another video essay, feel free ever to say what you want to hear about. I was actually thinking about coming to you at IRL about another potential topic, but this Little Mermaid casting shit has got me feeling some opinions and feeling like writing some shit. But how do you feel about the Little Mermaid casting?
I am not going to watch the movie because I'm not interested. But I know that's not what you mean. The controversy. It's fucking fiction. It's a fucking fish. That's all I have to say about that. It's just the same shit that's been happening since The Force Awakens, you know? Mm-hmm. It's just like at this like all-time high of just like absolute shit fuckery.
Yeah, this isn't even an isolated incident. Like, we have all the elves can't be black discourse going on right now with the new Rings of Power show.
Yeah. The fuck is that?
Oh my gosh, we have so much to fucking talk about.
Yeah,
I just am thinking we've been gone for like 2 months, a month. I don't know.
Right. We should probably explain a little bit.
So we're live. And by the way, I like the Little Mermaid casting, but I feel like Casey, like I'm not gonna see the movie. Like I feel like if your take really is that the Black Mermaid is what's not selling you on the movie, like just look at any other frame of the trailer. Like there's plenty to take issue with. You're just dying on like the worst,
weirdest hill.
Yeah, and just the only one that's invalid too.
Yeah.
Like you have so many valid reasons to not like this movie, and you have gone with the racism option.
Yeah. Wrong choice, guys.
Oh my God, I even saw like a Facebook post that had Ariel and the Confederate flag in the background. They won't take away my heritage.
Oh my God.
You know, Ariel the mermaid, famous Confederate.
Fought in the war for our rights and everything.
Yeah.
Totally.
But, sorry, while we've been gone. We filmed a little something.
We did.
And it's nice. I think you guys will like it. And we talked about it before. We were gonna do like a trivia thing at some point. Yeah. And so I'm pretty happy with what we ended up doing. But unfortunately, we have a lot of footage, and we have not had so much time to be editing. In fact, the project has seen editors change hands.
Yes,
you know,
it is. It's actually changing hands very, very soon. I talked to Luke about it, and it will be put out hopefully soonish.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna have to pace my time because your gracious hosts have both started graduate programs.
Yes,
and that's why we're so busy.
We're in fucking grad school now.
Yes.
So what does that mean about the podcast as a whole? Well, we're gonna do it as much as we damn well please. But we might not be able to do it as frequently. Like you might be seeing. I don't know. We haven't had this discussion IRL, but
right.
I feel like you might see episodes be a little bit more sporadic.
Yeah.
And also it might be a little bit more of a mix of it might be just more podcast heavy again right now. We want to do more video essays, but they are a fuck ton of work.
They are.
Especially for you.
Yeah. We're going to try it and sparse out the content between the video essays or just videos in general of things we want to talk about and the podcast episodes. We're going to try to keep you satisfied, your hunger satiated. But
yes.
Bear with us as we get into the groove of things again. We had a nice little break there, but we're back. We are alive, and we're ready to tell you people our opinions on movies.
Oh, I didn't watch a single fucking piece of cinema. I've been staring at a brick wall all this.
I've been watching paint dry. Yeah.
It's been pretty dope. Like, yeah. Have you gotten to the part where it's like dry?
I did. I just finished that part right before I came here. Yeah,
that shit's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm wondering how Stanley Tucci is going to play into season 2.
Yeah, same. I don't know. He's coming back, but
and offhandedly, did you like also happen to watch any like other like movies too?
Yeah, I did. I've seen about this is no joke. I've probably seen about 40 films since we've last spoken.
Christ.
Dude, I've watched so many. I think we should start with like new movies though that we've seen that we haven't talked about like at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'll just go through the list here because I'm sure you've seen them. We just haven't talked about them. Jordan Peele's summer blockbuster Nope.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah, it has been that long. It's been since Nope. What did you think of Nope?
It's fucking amazing. I cannot wait to watch it again. Like I've been itching to watch it again. I need to. What did you think?
I liked it a lot, and I actually went back and saw it again a week after I first saw it, and I liked it even more after that.
Good. So that's what I'm thinking is that I'll like it more when I watch it again.
I think Jordan Peele's definitely 100% hits so far.
Yeah.
I think though that this movie has made me go back and look at Us a little bit more critically, and like I think if you're gonna do theme heavy, metaphor heavy movies, that Get Out is his best one still.
Right.
Nope is a good continuation of that, and Us is a little bit more clumsy, figuring itself out kind of deal.
It is.
But I still like Us a whole lot. Like
I consider myself, the more people I meet that the more they don't like Us or they're like more critical of it, the more I become an apologist for it, sort of, because I don't know, like right now I think it's rated higher than I have Nope at. But I could do with a rewatch. Now granted, I've seen Get Out and Us both collectively like 6 times. So like I just need to watch Nope some more and get my rating straight. But I think I do think Nope is a tighter screenplay for one. Tighter. He's talking about a lot. Like Us, you could tell he wanted to say a lot, and with Nope, he is also saying a lot. Just Nope somehow feels more well-rounded, tightly woven a little bit more than Us. Like you said, Us is a little bit clumsy. But I think the reason I like Us like so much still is I think the iconography of the film is perfect. Like you have a Halloween costume is like right there in Us that's easily recognizable, and just like there's some great sequences in there. That's a funny ass film too. Like I think Us is a little bit funnier than Get Out, and Nope is funny as well too. He's still nailing the comedy pretty well.
Yeah, Us is surprisingly comedic, but Nope I think might have been funnier. I don't know. Nope was pretty funny and lighthearted in general. Like I feel like of Peele's movies that this was the least oppressive and like dread feeling. Like I mean I think it's interesting too that this is the only one that's not like examining some like terrible like fucked situation. It's more like, well, I mean there is a fucked situation at the center of Nope. But the world is like normal around it, like it's not like anyone's going fish out of water mode or the world's ending or anything. The world remains as it is, and I think that it's interesting then that he aims his sights at the world, and I think that with Nope, like you're seeing a lot sharper criticism of some industry shit going on, and as well as like the way we treat like. I just don't want to give anything away, but like the way we treat animals.
I think that's the most interesting concept in the film for me. I like all the film shit, about the spectacle. I think it's really interesting, but the animals, like, God, it's like littered like throughout the whole film. Like he is so good at just planting these ideas and just letting the audience run with it. We've got to talk about Logan Paul's shit take, not about not understanding anything, and coincidentally that's what I think is so great about the film, is that he does not beat you over the head with like, why don't you think about this, why don't we answer this question I'm proposing to you. He's just like it's just the images are there, and he's just like, all right, moving on, and you're like, what the fuck? But it gives you time to marinate on it, and it lends itself to second viewings and third viewings, fourth viewings, however many times you want to watch it. I will probably watch this movie a lot, because that's just what's so great about it. Like, and I saw it in IMAX too.
Oh shit! Oh,
God, it was so good. It was so fucking good. I got my family to watch it with me, and they really liked it too. And so I was surprised. That's not really the target audience. My parents are not the target audience, but they enjoyed it. So, just great all around.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see too many movies where like the thing that they're examining or like thinking critically of, in this case, like spectacle, like you don't see it become that very often, but Nope is like a spectacle movie. It is, too. And that's what's so cool about it, is like, it's like, well, let's get all fucking like meta and cool about it, but then also let's actually deliver the goods of like a very exciting and big movie. And I'm gonna just say this, without spoilers still for people who haven't seen Nope, but like, once you see it, I feel like you're looking around at your everyday world, and there's one element that you're especially examining that you're like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to look at that thing the same way again.
I have not stopped examining that certain thing. Like, it's just ingrained in my head now.
I've gotten kind of annoying about it, though, to my friends. Well, but not just from a movie perspective, but it made me reassess how cool. I don't know. People go watch Nope.
Nope. For sure.
Nope is great. Have you seen Bodies, Bodies, Bodies yet?
I have not. I've heard good things. I know you watched it. Did you like it?
I fucked with it. Okay. Yeah, I think Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is like a really fun like It's absolutely an A24 movie in the sense that the trailers are probably going to make people think that like it's going to be like scarier than it actually is, even though they're leading into the comedic satire aspect of it in the trailers. I feel like people need to be reminded, again, horror's not as big of a focus for this movie as being a satire and being a comedy, and I think it's pretty great at those. And then in addition to that, I think there's a great little mystery aspect to it. It kind of reminded me of like an Agatha Christie plot, the way it was unraveling, and it did have me second guessing like the whole time. And even though I came up with some theories that I feel like were close to what the movie was actually doing, I was still surprised, and I laughed my ass off. So I highly recommend Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I think it was really good.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. I just have not gotten to it.
Yeah, no, there's been so much shit this summer, especially.
Bro. We got to talk about Prey.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
I loved Prey.
I loved it. Holy shit.
I think Prey might have even been higher on my current ranked list than Nope. I don't know, though. Really? I'd have to look, but it actually might be lower. But Prey is just so fucking great. It might even be my new like favorite Predator movie. Like, I love the original Predator.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I think that Prey absolutely does like more with this concept and has more fun with it too.
Prey has done absolute wonders for the Predator franchise that I hopefully going forward we see more of.
Yeah, like you could just have fun with this shit. You could just drop the Predator in any time period.
Yep.
and have a fucking blast. I don't know why we weren't doing this sooner.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't either.
Why did we spend so many sequels and reboots trying to like rethink how the Predator visits modern day, or like, oh, what if Adrian Brody goes to the Predator planet?
Yeah, yeah, it's like there's a simple answer for the Predator schlog, I guess, that the franchise has been in since Predator 2, even.
For fucking real. And I mean, some people might even argue that Predator 2 doesn't match up to the OG, you know? Yeah, and like, I don't know, and we've had this weird focus that the Predator has to be an Alien versus Predator kind of deal rather than like its own thing. Just like, it's just so good to see a return to form. And then on top of that, this is a pretty like great like movie in general, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was just very into the main character and her journey.
Yeah.
It like the earning of respect that she fucking deserved from the very beginning, and like all of the actors in this movie like really killed it.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dope that this movie is available in Comanche, like the first ever movie to be in Comanche.
So cool. I agree. If you strip the shackles of it being tied to a previous property and just had it looked as just like a singular film that came out, it still fucking rocks. This thing is so freaking, it's cool. It's really cool. The script is really tight.
Yeah.
Really loved the characters. Like you said, the main character is like highly likable. Like from the minute 1 or 2, I was hooked. I was just like, okay, yeah, we're here. We're doing this thing. I enjoy this character. I really enjoyed the Predator making his way up the food chain throughout the movie. That was so fucking cool. Just everything about it. Even the way it looked, that I noticed they didn't shoot a lot of night scenes.
They didn't.
I hate when creature like horror movies or creature movies in general, like Alien is a big. It has this pitfall where they shoot shit at night and you can't fucking tell what's going on because it's lit so poorly. This is like in the daylight for pretty much all of it, and they're not afraid. They're not afraid to show off their effects either, because the CG was pretty good, I thought.
Well, and then they had a guy in makeup.
It was
fucking
incredible.
Awesome. Yes. And so, I mean, I love that you have the creature out in broad daylight. You can fucking see him, and he looks dope.
And he looks,
That's practical, baby, and that's also just using your CG correctly when you need. Yes, when you need to.
Yeah.
I can't think of any movies that would overuse CG, though. There's definitely nothing in our modern sphere that would influence that kind of opinion.
No, definitely.
No. Yeah, moving on.
We are
jesting. Did that studio come out with anything that we need to have seen? Like, I don't know. I feel like they're always making shit. What?
I feel like, did we already talk about Thor: Love and Thunder?
No, we haven't.
I watched 2 seconds of it. I literally saw the first frame and I turned it off. I'm not even lying to you, because I thought of something better to watch.
Oh, okay.
So I started it and then I was like, wait, no, I want to watch this.
I am waiting for my my work day where I need to get some shit done, but I want to have the Marvel movie on in the background so I can have focus. But it did have my attention for the first 5 minutes when I was doing laundry the other day.
Oh yeah.
Nothing terrible yet, but there was definitely some clumsy shit. There is a part where Christian Bale is becoming the villain. I don't care about fucking spoilers. But it's not a big spoiler. It's not a big spoiler. But Christian Bale is about to become the villain when she's the villain for this new Marvel movie. If you haven't seen a trailer yet, you might be surprised by this.
If you've been living in a cave.
But he's still a good guy, and he's talking to this god, and the god's all like, "Oh shit, bro, what are you doing here? By the way, don't go pick up that necro sword. I just got finished dealing with the last guy who picked it up and tried to kill the gods." Like telegraphing the whole trajectory of the scene and of this plot. that shit was clumsy and didn't feel like a joke. Like, there's a difference between the winking, self-aware humor that Taika Waititi has and just, like, some lazy fucking shit.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Marvel, in general, has felt, like, very lazy to me, except for, unfortunately, the hard-working CGI artists, which, when you overwork your CGI artists, that shit looks lazy, too, even though you had all that crunch.
Cannot believe when that article came out. I could not believe what I was fucking reading.
No, that shit's
insane.
It's making me rethink like the whole like movie like sphere and honestly game studio sphere. Like these people need to fucking unionize more than ever.
Yes.
And I know it's not very helpful to just repeat that, but like, oh my gosh, we need some kind of strike going on. I feel like, and these people need their human fucking quality of life standards to be met.
Yeah.
This is not it.
This is not it. If y'all don't know, I think it was Variety, maybe not Variety, Forbes maybe, one of those fucking dumbass magazines. They put out an article, a really good article, about the CGI artists of Marvel, talking about the crunch time and about how Marvel makes their films in a way where they can change, if they need to change something like a costume design or some kind of a set piece at the last minute, or even whole scenes from the script, they can do that. They can change it at the last minute, but it puts an immense pressure and workload onto the CGI and VFX artists, because the reason we found out, and I learned part of this through Brown Table's video about this. Mauricio put out a video about VFX artists being overworked and Marvel's use of CGI. The reason our Black Panther finale looks so god-awful is because Marvel did not nail down concept art until weeks before the movie was ready to premiere.
Oh my god.
They will not tell these VFX and CG artists that their concept art is final when that's the first thing you fucking do. They won't tell them it's final so that they can change it later if they need to. And that's why that scene looks so fucking god-awful, is because they literally only had 2 weeks on it, which for CGI is like, you might as well give yourself an hour, to fucking throw together a fucking shitty fucking 20-minute fight scene.
I didn't hear about the Black Panther shit.
It's bad.
That's insane. Yeah. And absolutely that, you have all that crunch and all that disrespect for human dignity, and then the end result is like something that looks worse than a PlayStation 2 game. You know, like that shit was bad.
It was so bad.
I saw that they have started fixing effects on Disney Plus releases, though. Like apparently Thor: Love and Thunder had some effects that underwent reconstruction before the movie hit the streaming platform. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, or what are we, like the EA of fucking movies now?
There's a conversation, a very important conversation to be had about that, actually, about how streaming, really, I think Disney, well, I think Netflix has done it too, but there's like this, I feel like people have just glossed over this fact, and I feel like we shouldn't. The fact that Disney can just alter their films from theatrical release to the streaming release, like actively like fix things in it. And to me, I'm just like, if they can fix something as simple as like it's not simple, but they can fix something like a CGI like mishap, like they can also edit other things about films when they go to streaming. Like, I don't know, like this is pure speculation on my end, but if like Disney releases a movie that gets a lot of blowback for maybe a certain scene, if they were to release that on their streaming, they could remove that scene entirely or rework the film in some way, and then years and years down the line, where we're wanting to maybe like, I don't know why you would ever study Marvel films, but if we were to do like somebody is writing a book or somebody's doing something and they're having to do research about a certain film, if it was edited heavily after its theatrical release onto the streaming release and we no longer have access to a theatrical cut, it makes it what's called an unstable text. Like, for example, Charlie Chaplin's films Gold Rush is considered an unstable text because he had 6 versions of the movie. There were 6 versions released in theaters, and nobody knows which version, is what his vision was. And so it makes studying the Gold Rush interesting, but also kind of hard, because there's
what the hell are you supposed to end up landing on?
Exactly.
If you're to examine that work.
Yeah. And I feel that's also the with Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now has, not Apocalypse Now.
There's the Redux.
The Redux, but Blade Runner is what I was thinking. Blade Runner's got these so many cuts. You've got the final cut, the director's cut, the theatrical cut, and then the deluxe extended special edition. Like all this fucking shit. But it's harder now that we know what HBO Max can do and just literally delete films from their catalog. That Disney is now heavily modifying, or maybe not heavily right now, but they're modifying their movies for a streaming release. And it's like, I don't know, it's weird, and I feel like it needs to be talked about maybe.
Yeah, well, and I mean, this has been the precedent that like George Lucas has been setting ever since he like started fucking with his movies after they were done. But like this whole like computer fuckery, going back and changing something and doing it pretty convincingly as our technology is getting better, that scares me, because like one day, like you can just go and overwrite anything. And what made me think of it in this scary lens was in response to this Little Mermaid cast thing. I saw some guy tweet this thing, and he was like, I told an AI bot to like fix the gradients here and change some colors around, and ta-da! We got our beautiful white, red-haired,
oh my god,
live-action mermaid. We could change it. When the whole movie releases, I intend to use this technology on the film. And that scares me so much, because, let's say, down the line, maybe an ultra-conservative government is in place. We want to just go ahead and change history a little bit. Fuck with it. You can go into any fucking movie, any kind of historical document, any kind of text, and change that shit. And if people don't know what was there before, if you rewrite all of it, even if people did know, it's crazy. Like, you could just change history, and as far as people alive would be concerned, unless they knew, that's what it is now.
And I know like some people are probably thinking like, well, we have physical releases. It's like, well, not for everything. We don't. The films that HBO Max deleted off their streaming were straight to streaming movies. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't buy Seth Rogen's American Pickle on DVD anywhere. Like, streaming is also what probably 90% of Americans consume media through. Besides going to the theater, like streaming is so fucking convenient to watch shit on. That's what they're consuming it through. So, the physical release model is like, it's not really an argument here, honestly. Like, I can go buy Thor: Love and Thunder on DVD, and it probably is the same shitty CGI floating head as in the theaters, but like, what are people watching Thor: Love and Thunder on? Probably Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. Just like they're watching every other film that's like big film that's released on streaming. So, it's worrying. It's definitely worrying. It's a little weird.
I think we're setting a dangerous precedent here. It's definitely not new, but like the continuation of it, and Disney's current. It's just a little freaky.
It's a little freaky.
It
is definitely a little freaky.
We might have to get into a whole thing sometime on that. Like, I feel like that could totally domineer like an essay or a discussion. Just
totally should.
I just want to research it more. I want to know what I'm talking about.
For sure.
My terms.
Oh yeah. By the way, our video essays are researched. I don't know if we should say like we're not just spewing shit out of our ass. I did a lot of research for the video essays, and then the first shot is kind of subjective, but I had to rewatch sequences of films for that and stuff. So and we proof each other on when we write the actual essay. We proofread and edit each other. So
and if something is not correct. I mean, usually we'll catch that, you know. But it's opinion based, but it's also like we're putting in the effort to like try and find these external sources and bring them in, you know. Yeah. I feel like social validity maybe is like the thing that I don't know. Basically, we're not just talking out of our ass like we do on here, okay? Come on now.
We talk out of our ass here, but not in the video essay.
We're pretty tight on the length, though. Like,
we are.
You know, like that. Maybe that communicates that too. It's like, oh, it's a 7-minute video versus this hour-and-a-half podcast. Like, I guess the discussion might be a little bit tighter.
Right.
Speaking of a little bit tighter, do you know what I think's pretty tight?
What do you think's pretty tight?
George Miller, the director.
Oh, it's pretty tight. Oh shit! I haven't watched it yet.
Have you seen 3,000 Years? No, so you haven't seen 3,000 Years of Longing.
What did you think? I've heard some mixed things.
I liked it. There were parts of it that I liked more than others, and it's interesting. It is an interesting movie. It is definitely not the movie that anyone could have predicted that George Miller would make after Mad Max Fury Road. Like, it's not like that it's a complete 180 in the other direction, but like it kind of is like dialogue heavy, kind of like vignettes rather than like a big old spectacle. Story, it's not so spectacle centered this time around. It's kind of grown up, you know, in a way, but in other ways, I think that's what's so frustrating about it, because I think that George Miller is not a very subtle director, and it's interesting to see him try out like these heavy topics and these dialogue-driven scenes. But you know, I don't know if it's his forte per se. Okay. Like I wanted to like the overarching plot of the movie, which is where it's the most analytical. But I didn't think it matched up to the stories that were being told in the midst of the movie. But anyway, you should go see it, and then we'll talk about it sometime.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm catching it soon. I think it's out of theaters now, but I will definitely rent it.
Yeah, hopefully it's on HBO Max or
Hulu. Sure.
Hulu's been getting all kinds of crazy good movies, so I believe it.
I believe it. I think there was one other movie I saw. Oh, have you seen X?
I have not seen X yet.
You definitely should. I highly enjoyed it.
Really? Yes. So I've been hearing that it's like jump scare horror, and like I've kind of had some of the plot described to me, and I guess maybe like the execution must be like really good. Like,
that's essentially what it is. Like everything you hear is like, that's what I heard. I was just like, you know, this is gonna be run of the mill horror. You know, there are jump scares, but it is the execution. It's just like
execution.
Yeah, no, it's really well done. It's like, it's probably one of the best original slashers I've seen in a while. Like, you know, like every year there's slashers. There's so many of them, like killer movies, whatever.
Yeah.
But the villain in this movie is the motivations around it, because I mean, you can glean this from the trailer. The film's about a group of porn stars and like filmmakers that go to make a porn, and their guests are not so into it, and so that's where the horror slasher element comes in. But the main villain of the story is just like, it's a really interesting premise, what their motivations are. And the kills are fucking cool. They're fun. And it's a tight runtime, too. I think it's only about an hour-and-a-half movie. And Ty West has fucking made a prequel to it.
Yeah.
About the origins of the villain. And it's...
it looks really good.
It looks really good. I've already heard good things about it. And now he's got a third. He's had a trilogy called Maxine that's... apparently about one of the other characters, and he's done all this for about $2 million.
That's insane. Like, the fact that, for one, he's got 2 movies out in the same year already. Like, you just don't see that shit happen anymore.
Yeah.
And then Yeah, you've got your trilogy,
Yeah.
like already like about to like wrap, like unless he gets like crazy with Maxine and like blows it up to like a higher budget and scale. But like I don't know, I don't think that sounds like the direction.
No, that's not him. Going. I heard the reason he shot Pearl, which is the prequel, is because he from his work in television. Ty West, the director, his work in television has taught him to want not, waste not, and so he wrote the script pretty fast, and then shot the prequel because they had the set. They built the set for the movie, and then he was like, well, let's do another fucking film with it so we can get, double our money out of it, so as not to just waste it on this one film. And it's just like it's economically sound, and apparently from what I've heard from the advanced screenings at TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival, is that it's good. It's actually good. So I'm excited.
The way you described it made it sound very cash grabby, but then I was thinking this whole time like, but it doesn't look like a cash grab. Like it looks like a pretty well thought out picture, and it's smart, like damn, you have this farm set, like
why not
use the farm, like use it again.
It kind of sounds cash grabby, but like when you see X, that he's got something here, like the story world, the characters, the idea, it's just fucking cool. I don't know, it's a cool ass movie, and just how he did it. Man, this motherfucker knows how to direct a horror film. I don't know what else to say. It's good. I think you should watch it.
Okay, sure. I'll definitely be watching it, and probably Pearl, sometime, maybe even this October.
Hell yeah! I'm not sure when it releases.
I think it's already out.
Oh,
but I just have written off seeing it in the theater.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't do slashers in theaters because I'm a little baby. I don't want to get startled.
Yeah.
I just don't like jump scares, man. I don't. And I think they're cheap. I will always go back to that argument. I think they are cheap and disposable little pieces of shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that if you want a really good horror movie, it's like actually show something disturbing,
Yeah.
Don't just play a sound effect that goes, boop!
Yeah. I think X shows you some pretty interesting images, which is why I just really fucked with it so hard, is because it is different than other slashers I've seen, and there actually are scary ass fucking moments in it. So yeah, definitely recommend it. Can I tell you about the worst movie I've seen this year so far?
Sure.
Jurassic World Dominion.
Ah, fuck. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't, and I just didn't have any interest before it came out, and now I have less. Yeah. No, I don't think I want to even bother.
I fast forwarded through some scenes.
Fuck it. Can we get like a spoiler thing on this? Like, can we just talk? Because I'm not going to see it. I just want him to. I want to hear Casey tell me the plot of this movie.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I'm at. So this is officially the Jurassic World Dominion spoiler review. But a spoiler review would imply that there is anything worth fucking seeing about it. So just fucking listen and just skip this shit.
Just enjoy my retelling.
Okay, so what the fuck is the... So already, let me just say, Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom are like, I think maybe my least favorite reboots of like any franchise. I do not fuck with those movies. I think they suck. I know that Jacob likes them. I'm sorry, Jacob.
Jacob has an argument for the first Jurassic World, at least. So
well, and I've heard his spiel on Fallen Kingdom, and I can appreciate the B movie thing that people are talking about. But absolutely seeing that director who did Fallen Kingdom though, bungling at Rings of Power a little bit, but that's a whole nother discussion, and it's not because of racism.
Yeah. Oh my God. So many racist fucks here in the world. But, Jurassic World. We kind of begin the movie with Chris Pratt's character, Owen, I think his name is, and Jessica Chastain's character.
No, that's Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Just because they're both redheads with the same haircut and the same style of acting. You son of a bitch.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
They both got freckles too, I think. But anyway, yeah, her character, whatever the fuck her name is, they're together raising the genetically engineered human that they found at the end of Fallen Kingdom. Right. Yeah. So they're like, oh yeah, you know, this new company, Biosyn, which is basically the company that came out of Engine, which is from the first films.
Yeah.
For some fucking reason, they've rebranded that they do not explain, but.
Do they still have like the guy from the first movie, or from like the original Jurassic Park, who they did kind of like a last minute, like, oh, he's a bad guy now? Do they have Dr. Wu?
Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu is in the film, and his arc this time is he's remorseful.
Oh. Yeah. I think that's the big thing about this franchise is that we're grasping at like extras. Well, not extras, because I guess it's B.D. Wong, you know, great actor. But
no, you talk about grasping at straws. Dr. Henry Wu makes sense in this film. There's a character they bring back that makes no fucking sense.
Who do they bring back?
They bring back Dodgson.
Dodgson? Wait, who's?
Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Okay. You're never going to fucking believe this, Isaac. And audience, you're never going to fucking believe this. Do you remember the scene in the first Jurassic Park movie? It's a 2-minute scene where, granted, it's a funny scene, but Nedry is at the table eating an egregious amount of food.
Oh, right.
And he's like, Dodgson, we got Dodgson here. See, nobody cares. Oh. And he gives him the thing to steal the embryos. So Dodgson is the fucking, like, head honcho of Biosyn. He runs the company. It is the most fucking egregious, like, dumbass, out of left field fucking, like, character bring back. Like, they literally
do they have to, like, remind the audience, like, that he's the shaving cream guy? Like that?
No, they don't remind us at all.
So they don't do, like, that Far From Home thing, at least, where they show, like, see, the extra was in that movie. He was there.
No, they don't. He's just, he had 1 2-minute scene in Jurassic Park, and now he's the main villain of the 6th installment. So anyway, let me tell you what this movie's about, because this is just so fucking stupid. So there's like 3 different plots going on. We got Owens and Bryce Dallas Howard's with the girl. Big thing, the girl gets kidnapped along with Blue, the Velociraptor's child, gets kidnapped along with the girl.
Oh, not Blue though.
Not Blue though. Okay. Blue's child.
Yeah.
And Blue comes out. And,
so 2 things we hardly know.
Yes, yes, are now at the center of our story. And Blue, the Velociraptor, comes out and kind of screams at Owen. And Owen's like, I'm going to get her back. I'm going to get your child back. And Blue just kind of skitters off into the woods. And I was like, that was really fucking cringy. So they have to go to a unspecified European country or maybe Middle Eastern country. I can't tell. They use the same yellow hue to denote that we're in a different country. And so they leave to go find her. Meanwhile, we have our original cast of Laura Dern and
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Sorry, I was about to say Sam Worthington, but that's a different person. Sam Neill. Laura Dern is like, hey, there's these huge ass locusts and they're eating all the crops, but they're not eating Biosyn engineered crops. And he's like, whoa, this is a thing. So now we have to go find Ian Malcolm, who is teaching at Biosyn, and we have to go get him to give us proof that this is happening so we can take it to the authorities. Okay. Meanwhile, there is a much more interesting fucking plot that is not touched on at all, and that is the fact that dinosaurs live in the real world now. They're out in the wild. Yeah. They're in our cities.
That was such a great setup.
It's a background in this movie. We're now dealing with bugs. That's what this is all about, Isaac. And I can tell you the rest of the plot here. These 2 plots eventually converge where our main characters are together at Biosyn and they're bringing the house down. And basically, they go to expose it, but instead Biosyn burned the whole facility. Burns to the fucking ground because some locusts caught on fire and they swam out into the open fucking air, and they defeat this big bad dinosaur is walking around, and he eventually fights the T-Rex, and then this other fucking dinosaur. They fight at the end, and our characters have to maneuver around them, and then they end up killing the big dinosaur, which did nothing wrong but be a dinosaur. He tried to eat some humans. Yeah, that seems
a little weird for Alan Grant and Oh gosh. Oh, Doctor. Oh God, I've seen Jurassic Park a million times. Why do I only know her as Laura Dern character?
She's so iconic as Laura Dern.
Yeah, for real, she is. Run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so they've done a 180 on like dinosaur preservation or being interested in keeping this species alive. Like you were making that dinosaur, who's a big guy, go extinct.
Yeah, they're just like, he's chasing after us, so now the T-Rex is going to come to save the day for the 57 millionth time.
Ellie Sattler.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, we just had to get that.
Yeah, we had to get that out there. But yeah, that's the plot. It ends with Biosyn burning to the ground. They're like, yay, we proved that Biosyn is doing this horrible thing, but also they kind of just destroyed themselves. Oh, dinosaurs, they're in the real world still. There's no...
That's not like a resolved...
No,
thing.
It doesn't get examined. No.
This is just fucking bananas to me because, for one, it sounds boring. Like,
oh my God, it's so fucking boring.
Like, yeah, that just isn't like an interesting plot.
No.
It's very, like... But not even like an interesting scientific plot either, though. Like, you're not getting anything out of it. This is like a dumb popcorn movie, and Colin Trevorrow is not the guy who's going to write you some like very sophisticated, classy sci-fi thriller.
Absolutely not. They've thrown every single theme about Jurassic Park. They've completely thrown it out the window in favor of like I can't tell you how much sense it does not make for this to be the plot of this movie. Like, I feel like they set up... It feels like... This is no shade towards the last... A little bit of shade towards The Last Jedi, but it feels like the Star Wars thing, where J.J. Abrams set some shit up at the end of The Force Awakens. Rian Johnson comes in and says, I don't want to do any of it, so I'm going to change it. But there's still that same plot. Dominion is that. Fallen Kingdom's like, I'm setting this up. And Dominion's like, cool. I think I'm going to absolutely fucking ignore it and go with two new plots. They introduce two new plots, essentially, that do not deal with any of the ramifications of the ending of Fallen Kingdom. And it's such a useless fucking movie. You can literally pretend that it didn't happen. Nothing in the world changes.
It's just sad that that's where that franchise is at, like just puttering out as its like last. Yeah. Because this is supposed to be like the last Jurassic. Oh, I mean, until they like find a way to bring it back for sure. But like, it's a main cast reunion, and it's some forgettable like shit like. That just doesn't happen anymore, these legacy sequels are supposed to be like huge events, and it just sounds like it.
Oh yeah, the acting's horrible too.
Really?
But I don't blame Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, or Laura Dern, because Laura Dern is probably the best out of them. Sam Neill is phoning this shit in. Jeff Goldblum, it doesn't even look like he knows what the fuck is going on at any given time. It's actually hilarious. I feel like they did it on purpose because they didn't want to fucking be there.
Yeah.
And they're like in the whole entire movie. They don't just show up at the end like I assumed they would from the trailers. No, they're from the very beginning. They're a central main plot to this movie, and they just act like they could give a shit about being there. They must have got paid out the ass. The acting's just super fucking bad. I feel like even Chris Pratt is phoning it in. I feel like he's fucking done with this shit. And Bryce Dallas Howard looks like she's trying. She is trying. And arguably, but it's just so fucking bad. Like, God, they've drug BD Wong into this thing for the millionth time, and his character on screen kind of, I feel like that represents, BD in real life, being like, I'm so fucking tired of this shit.
It just doesn't seem like anyone's like having a good time with it, which is crazy because Jurassic Park is like just one of the best great time movies, how did it get so fucking dull and redundant? And I think it just also suffered from riding the coattails of like all of the other like legacy franchises coming back, but this one was definitely the least exciting of them. Like no entry in any of this shit made me think like, oh, they're really gonna knock it out of the park this time. And Yeah.
Let me tell you, let this be a lesson to future studios and filmmakers wanting to make sequels to Spielberg's work. Don't. You will never capture what that man captures in your pinky of a frame of a Spielberg film. I'll just say that. Like in Jurassic Park, the original, and even in The Lost World, because I think he directed The Lost World as well.
He did. He came back.
There's a sense of like the suspense, and the thrill of like the dinosaurs, like these sequences, like with the T-Rex sequence, the fucking Velociraptor sequence, any given sequence in Jurassic Park or The Lost World, just like there's not an inkling of that with the dinosaur sequences in any of the Jurassic World films. There's no sense of urgency. You don't fear for any of the characters because you don't fucking care about any of the fucking characters. Colin Trevorrow does not know how to direct a suspenseful scene. There's just absolutely no bone in his body, I think, that knows how to just even replicate what Spielberg can do. It's pitiful.
How did he come to the studio system in the first place? Like, I don't really understand how he started getting handed movies, because everything he's done has been critically panned for the most part. Like,
I don't know, maybe because he knows how to work with big budgets, maybe.
Yeah.
And large crews that they're like, oh yeah, he can handle this.
He could be a nepotism baby.
Baby. That's exactly what I think he is.
Dude, my mind was blown when I finally found out J.J. Abrams was just a nepotism baby. Like, that shit makes so much sense. Like, yeah. Absolutely. Of course, this kid is just like a rich white kid. And that's the same with like all his buddies too, like Alex Kurtzman and all them. Like, Alex Kurtzman is like the worst screenwriter working today. How is he in charge of like Star Trek now? Because I don't know. This guy's just fucking rich and got into that position because he's done it for Transformers. He's done it for Star Trek, like the new movies and now the new shows. Yeah. And none of it's been good. Like, excuse me. Sorry, I know that was kind of a pivot away from...
No, you're good, yeah.
That
I agree, though.
The discussion, but oh my gosh, I just feel like Jurassic World Dominion, we don't have anything else to say about it.
No, that's it, bro.
Is there anything towards the future to be optimistic for, even? I mean...
With the franchise?
With that franchise, or with...
No.
Okay, then others?
There's no hope for the Jurassic Park franchise anymore. I don't think. No, I was about to say. I will not slant. I will. If Spielberg does something with it, I'm watching. But other than that, no. I think. I think the theme that they were going for in the first few films, and this new thing that they're talking about are just so completely different. I think it's dead. I think this franchise is bleeding out on the floor. Heart is stopping. Nothing to look forward to. They close it out pretty well in Dominion. They're just like, this is how we live now.
Just dinos? They're like,
dinos.
Dinosaurs are alive, and we like them.
Like, they start the movie, like, showing footage of, like, dinosaurs, like, wreaking havoc in everyday life, and they're like, what the fuck are we going to do? At the end of the film, they're just like, fuck it, we ball, I guess.
Why didn't we just have that movie, though? Like, that's just such a... I'm so mad. Oh my god, that's such an easy fucking setup, and
they just squander it like completely. It's bad. Don't watch it. Don't give any of your money towards it. Don't watch it on streaming. Definitely don't watch the extended edition. I didn't, but I couldn't imagine the poor soul who does.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. God, it's so bad. Yeah, definitely worst movie I've seen this year so far.
Damn. Well, there's still room for some more.
There's room, definitely.
There's probably going to be some award season stinkers.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what are you excited for that's still to debut this year?
Yes. Triangle of Sadness.
Oh, right.
Palme d'Or winner. So I'm excited for that. I am definitely excited to watch, let me see, The Whale.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for that. And Mark McDonagh's Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm pretty excited for White Noise by Noah Baumbach.
White Noise, that's on my list as well.
Blonde is getting some great reception. I love Ana de Armas.
Yes. And speaking of Spielberg, The Fabelmans.
Yes.
Gotten high acclaim at TIFF so far.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'll get hyped for any kind of Spielberg examining film project, but then it's got a great cast. Like Paul Dano, I think, is starring with Michelle Williams.
Yes. Yeah. Good stuff in there. Oh, and Paul Schrader is finishing his trilogy this year with Master Gardener. His trilogy of First Reformed, The Card Counter, and now it's Master Gardener. And there was some people.
Who's the star of Master Gardener?
Joel Edgerton.
Oh,
and Sigourney Weaver.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a dope fucking movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I need to see his. Yeah, I need to see Card Counter.
It's good
because I still haven't finished or watched it even. But I love Oscar Isaac sometimes.
It's good. It's on HBO Max. It's not. I don't think it's nearly as good as First Reformed, but it's still good.
Oh my God! Do you know what's coming out? Which I can't believe I didn't lead with this. Babylon.
Oh my God! Yes, I forgot. Have you seen the trailer?
I actually have not seen it with sound.
Oh my God!
I watched the first clip of it on Twitter the other day, and I was just instantly like, "Oh my gosh, Margot Robbie! What the hell? You're still killing it after." She's been used in so many trailer shots since Wolf of Wall Street, just trying to make people horny on Maine. But I mean, I feel like it still is so effortless, absolutely happening for her.
She's just a beautiful human.
Indeed. And I just think that this project has so much going for it. I love Damien Chazelle.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's gone wrong. I still haven't seen First Man though, so maybe I need to examine that feature.
In my classes, I have a couple of First Man apologists, so I need to rewatch it. But I thought it was good. I was such a stark departure from his first few films, you know.
Yeah.
And I think Babylon is his return to okay, I'm gonna start doing crazy shit again, and so.
Isn't it gonna be hella long?
Yeah, but from what I've heard. I saw some people who had read the leaks of the script, and they're like, if the script is any, what's the any sign that about the movie is, they're the script is perfect, one of the best scripts I've ever read. People are saying that have seen rough cuts of the films are saying it's a fucking masterpiece.
Well, fucking awesome. Hell yes. Because this is how I felt going into Whiplash. That had a fucking tight, perfect fucking script.
Yes.
To me, I think he could pull it off. I think if there's a director I'm gonna put full trust in to do that shit, I think it's him. I'm also really excited for. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pivot away from it without saying proper goodbye, but. Ari Aster is making a 3.5 hour movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
It's a comedy drama too.
I'm so hyped. Are you kidding me?
Yes,
absolutely. Give me as much movie as you want. I'll complain when the Marvel movies do 3 hour movies, but I won't complain with you guys, baby.
No.
Absolutely
not.
I just hope what's coming is Denis Villeneuve announcing a 3.5 hour runtime for Dune Part 2. That would just make my life.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait for Dune Part 2. Actually, I've been it's more people are starting to talk about Dune again, and they're just talking about Part 2 coming out and stuff. And I'm just I'm ready. I am ready.
Okay. So this might just for a second get on the little mind over books moment.
Yeah.
But I just finally started the second Dune book, which will not be the second Dune movie because that movie will just be wrapping up book 1. But if Denis gets to do a third like he wants, oh my God, I hope he does, because so far for me the second book is validating Dune's continued legacy and its state of being beloved despite being a white savior narrative, because it turns out in the second book they get real fast on deconstructing that white savior narrative, deconstructing that Messiah narrative. It's incredible. It's making me go back and appreciate the first Dune more, knowing that the plan always was that Paul's not really the good set in stone good guy.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. I hope we see at least hints of that in Dune Part 2.
I think we will. Some of the flash forward, I guess, sequences where he's having visions in the first film, I think are tying into his sort of his villain arc.
Yes. I hope that we just flesh that the fuck out and that Denis gets to do everything he wants with Dune, because just let Denis do what he wants.
Just let Denis do what he wants for the rest of his fucking life. He has given us Sicario, Blade Runner 2049,
Arrival.
Prisoners. I know you don't like Prisoners as much as I do, but
yeah,
he gave us Prisoners.
People generally really love Prisoners. Like, I'm not gonna die on that hill. Like.
Right, but nah, dude. Yeah, let that motherfucker. Let him at anything. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he could make like some fucking YA sci-fi novels good.
Yeah,
like,
for real. Have him do like the Hunger Games reboot or whatever shit.
Ender's Game, all that shit. Like,
fucking Denis Villeneuve's. Oh wait, what's the shitty like Hunger Games ripoff with Shailene Woodley?
Divergent.
Yes, have fucking Denis Villeneuve do Divergent. I would love.
Oh my god,
have that fucking teeny ass dialogue. You're not in House of Caru.
Denis Villeneuve's Maze Runner trilogy.
Denis Villeneuve's Twilight.
Twilight, yes. Do it.
God, why not?
Why the fuck not? God, I need him to do. You know what? Like, actually, what he needs to do is City of Ember. That.
Oh shit! Actually, that would be hype.
That.
Finish the series.
Finish the series, bro.
Wouldn't that be a Chad move if like Denis Villeneuve, because there's already a City of Light movie or City of Embers movie. What if he did the prequel book, you know?
Yeah.
And then like people don't even fucking know that it's a City of Embers thing. And then he gets you hyped for the Denis Villeneuve City of Embers extended universe.
Right. Because nobody knows what the fuck Prophet of Yonwood is.
Yes.
He just comes out with a movie called The Prophet of Yonwood.
I'm so glad you know what Prophet of Yonwood is. Bro. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this conversation my whole life.
I've read all 4 of the books. They're great. They're great books. But the movie didn't do it for me.
No, it didn't. And that's the only reason that we read the book in my class was like, well, in like 5th grade. I should be more specific. I should age myself really quick. Yeah, that's the only reason we read the book. But then the book absolutely fucked, and the movie did not fuck. I need to go back and reread the books.
Yeah,
like, I think that one, if I was knocking them down in a week as a little kid, like maybe I could return to that kind of energy. I don't know, though. I was eating Warrior Cat's books like they were like fucking snacks. You know? Did you start rereading Warrior Cats?
So I'm going to. I haven't got them yet, but I am going to start rereading Warrior Cats.
This is about to be a Warrior Cats podcast, people. Like, that's the main thing that we wanted to talk to you about is we're now a Warrior Cats podcast.
We are.
And here's our new outro theme song. Thanks for listening. We're Casey and Isaac. We're Warrior Cats fans. And here it is.
Here it is.
Meow, meow, meow. Warrior Cats. I'm in Thunder Clan. I'm in Shadow Clan.
We are River Clan.
Meow, meow, meow. We are Warrior Cats. Meow, meow, meow.
Goodbye, cats. Meow.
That's it.